those circumstances, you say, okay, like raised without a father, now I'm having to raise my sister. I have to just figure this stuff out. And do I want to grow and do I want to become a better person more than I want to complain and be irritated and bothered that I have the life that I have? It's up to you to answer that question. Today's episode or today's video, I want to talk about how that just bad things happen to everybody. You don't have to take every single thing that's happened to you to heart. You don't have to let those things define you. You have the power in order to change the circumstances and the experiences that you're going to go through to make your life better. So I wrote some things out and I want to just speak about some of the thoughts that I have about the things that I've gone through, the things that I think that you could use for yourself in order to understand these things and to move forward and make your life better. So we're going to get through that. So just to give you a backstory, that I've been through a lot of things in my life. Being raised without a father, being raised by a single mother who had to struggle to take care of us. I've gone through poverty. I've gone and seen physical abuse, heard it, seen what it's done to someone. I've had to raise my sister at a young age, at 24. Took on that responsibility with a lot of struggle and a lot of things that have happened in that whole thing. And you're going to go through lots and lots and lots of struggles and circumstances and experiences that are going to test you. And they're going to challenge you and they're going to push you to ask yourself the question, like how bad or how important is it to you to overcome these things and to make your life better? Bad things are going to happen to everybody. The reality is that life is not going to be easy for you no matter what situation you're in. If you're going to go after anything or you're just in life in general, bad things or hard things are going to happen to you. And it's your perspective in going through those things. How are you going to answer and respond to those things? And why is it that some people can overcome these things and come on the other side and become better? And that's what I want to talk to you about, is that you have to understand life is, as humans, like us for years and years to come and years to years before us, we are wired to grow. That's why we have evolution. That's why we started out where we started and now we are where we are now. All these years we've evolved and grown into better and better humans and better equipped to manage and handle these things and challenges and smarter to handle these gadgets and all these things. So we have to understand that is to the core. We are meant to evolve and to grow and to become better. And so it is a thing that I hold myself, a standard that I hold myself to, that everything is figure outable. Something thrown onto your lap, like me raising my sister at a young age, wasn't ready for that. I was not capable of taking care of a child, and I was immature myself, and I was irresponsible with my finances, and I only had me, so no wonder why I was irresponsible and young, and I was a kid. And so in the beginning, I don't know how I was going to do that. Being raised without a father, as a man, what am I supposed to do? Like, I got to figure this stuff out. And I can blame the world, and I can blame my father, I can blame my mother, I can blame every situation that I'm going through. I can blame anybody. And there'd be some truth to that, because blaming and excuses are valid to the extent that they are somewhat true, but they don't serve you. And they're not going to change your life. They're not going to help you improve and to achieve the life that you want to live. And so in those circumstances, you say, okay, I'm raised without a father. Now I'm having to raise my sister. I have to just figure this stuff out. And do I want to grow and do I want to become a better person more than I want to complain and be irritated and bothered that I have the life that I have? It's up to you to answer that question. But because I understand that we can get better, and because I know that there are people out there who have similar situations, who are figuring it out themselves as well, and their stories to have hope and to have faith. And that, I think that's why movies and having people who have stories, telling them, is so powerful, is because it gives hope to people who are in those situations and don't know how to get out of them. And so you have to just have the hope and the mindset that you can figure it out, that this thing that's been thrown into your lap, or this thing that you are going after and has many, many challenges, you can figure it out. There's a way. And you have to work and commit on being okay with the struggle and not knowing how to do it exactly, but knowing that you can figure it out. And that's the power that you have in order to navigate all this stuff. In life, there's always one thing that you can control, and that's you, and that's your actions, and that's your perspective. And if you don't have those skills or perspectives or mindsets to overcome some of these things, the good thing is, And the thing that we can all have hope for is that you can figure this stuff out and you can learn these things and you can acquire these skills and these mindsets. Everything is a skill to me, right? I need to be more patient so that I can let my money grow, right? If that's a goal for you, that's something you can practice. Having patience with listening to people and not wanting to just say what you want to say. So you're trying to get better with communication. That's a skill. You can practice that. Being more calm. There's things that you can do to practice for that. There's meditation. There's journaling to understand your thoughts and so that you don't have to be so radical about everything that happens to you. Your anxiety. That's something that you can actually train and to get better at coping with and managing it and having more of an understanding of what it feels like and what you're supposed to do in those situations. Everything is a skill. And because everything is a skill, we are capable of learning those things and getting better at them, or getting better at avoiding them, or getting better at managing them, right? And I want to make this stuff because I want you guys to understand that this is the power that every single person has. We may start out in different scenarios. We may start out lower totem poles, higher totem poles, lower finances, better finances, lower skills, better better environments, worse environments. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you have the opportunity to wake up every single day, choose a skill, choose a life that you're trying to live, and become that type of person that's going to live that life and to achieve those things that are that man or woman can achieve. And so it's powerful to understand that where you start and where you can finish can be so drastically different. Let's just refer, like I heard something about, and this is gonna be it's gonna be a little funny, but how useless and helpless that you were as a baby. You couldn't do anything without your parent literally picking you up and taking you everywhere, and you can't even say these words. So instead of even having words to put to these emotions that you had, you literally just screamed and bawled your eyes out. You couldn't even walk, you had to crawl everywhere. Sometimes you even had to get picked up everywhere. And yes, I know that's the evolution of a kid, but just understand that that is how drastic some of these things can change. And then if you can even think to yourself, I'm 27 now, 10 years ago at 17, to know that I didn't even have some of this understanding and wisdom of what life is like and the reality of these things and the skills that I have now, that's so much better. I was so nervous. I was such a shy kid back in the day at 17. I would make that man or that kid so proud of who I am today. I am faster, bigger, stronger, all these other things that I've been wanting to train and become. I've always busted my ass to try to be better in that field. And now I'm like, look at me now. You just have to, all these little things are just giving you another nugget to have hope about. And so again, where you start, where you finish can be so drastically different, but it takes time and it takes effort. And not just effort over a month, not just effort over a year. I mean, it's effort over decades. But just like compounding in financing, where you put money in, and the money that you see in a year to 2 year growth, it doesn't seem much. But when it hits 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, it blows you away. You're seeing 10 times, 15 times more money, right? So it's the same thing when it comes to your skills. It's the same thing when it comes to your happiness, your joy, all this stuff. It just takes time over a long period of time. And it's not always effort that's going to be high volume, high intensity. You're going to have seasons. Right now in my life, I have a very, very busy season. I am constantly being not bombarded, but filled with a bunch of things to go on my schedule. I have to wake up early to get a couple hours in before work to get my editing, to writing, to filming, to all this stuff. Then I go to work. Then I come home, or after work, then I have to try to get a workout in because that's part of my work. I have to film that. Then I go and pick up my sister from school, take her to practice. Then that gets over at 7, 7:30. Then I come home at 8. Then I have to make dinner. Then I have to go to bed. And then I do that all over again. So right now I'm in a busy phase where I can't really get as much work as I would like to get, but I get what I can. And so in this season, that's how it is. As soon as this wrestling season is going to be over, I'm probably going to have another hour to 2 hours every single day and on my weekends in order to fill that stuff back up into being more productive and getting more work done. So you're going to have phases where they're going to look different, but it is the continuous pursuit of trying to be better and to trying to improve your life and to make the most out of it. Another thing that I've heard is slow motion is better than no motion. I think Kaisen has said that. And it's true. It's progress over staying still, basically. So just move forward, Keep progressing, keep trying to improve your life. You may not be where you want to be right now, but you can change a lot of things in 5 years, in 10 years. Look at yourself objectively. Look where you are having downfalls, your weaknesses, things that are getting in your way. You need to look at all that stuff. Pick a couple that you can take care of this year in 2025. Fix those things, improve on the skills that you need to improve, and just have hope and faith that your life can change and that it may look the same for some time being as you're working on this, but eventually little things will start growing, and then little things become big things, and then you're going to look back in 10 years like I am looking back at 17, and I'm going to be like, holy shit, that is a huge difference in the man that I've been and am becoming. And for you, you're going to look back, man or woman, 10 years from now, and you're going to be like, holy shit, I can't believe in that time in 2025, I was thinking those thoughts. I was in that situation financially, that situation with my career. But I needed that too, right? I needed that point in time to tell myself, hey, I'm going to change my life. And now I am 10 years later, way better. And that to me is like exciting. That's enough for me to be like, damn, like I can't wait to see what 37 me is gonna look like. Holy shit. I just said 37 me. That's crazy. But reality is, right? I can't wait to see what 37 me is gonna look back at 27 me and be like, damn, like kid, you had it. Or hey kid, you should have believed in yourself more, right? So 2025, let's take accountability. Let's take responsibility. Let's understand that we have a chance to change everything, to improve our lives, and let's take it one day at a time, putting in as much effort as we can, getting rid of distractions. Get off this thing, create, don't consume. I believe in you. Like, let my story, let other people's stories out there give you hope and faith that you can do it too. Let's check in with each other and let's make sure that we're staying accountable with each other because I know that you can do it. I know that I can do it. We just got to every day chip away, one day at a time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Kind of just I riffed on that last part. I had a place that I wanted to go with all this, but sometimes I just got to riff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. My sister's actually sleeping, so I don't think she hears me. I think it's actually pretty good with the noise with all the walls and the doors and stuff like that, like pretty thick, heavy doors. So this may be my time of recording is in the mornings. But this is, like I said, like, this is where I can fit my stuff in is in the morning. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. Today is Sunday, so we have a wrestling tournament for me and my sister, or my sister has a wrestling tournament. I gotta go coach all the kids and coach her. So, but we do have to travel an hour to get there. So we got wrestling today. Gonna be busy up until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. The Eagles play today against the Green Bay Packers for the playoffs. Eagles, they better win. They better not choke, but we're going to watch that too as well when I come back home and take care of the rest of the day, meal prep, and then go on with our week. So wish you guys a great week and wish you guys a great year in 2025. We got this.